Good evening, all you cool cats and kittens. We are back with Passing the Peace Pipe. We've got your residential shaman, the Packer, as always, and
Cheap Blitz Freak, how you doing this week?
hey, I'm alright. A bit off in the head, but we'll fix that. But this week we're doing a bit something new, putting a bit of different spice in the old peace pipe today. We're going to be doing a segment, and it's going to be best animals. And this week we're starting. But what is best? How do you qualify best exactly? So we're not really sure ourselves. So we're going to break it down into little sections and see how we go. First up, we're thinking about our fastest animal. And it's a bit trickier than you think. I know a lot of you are jumping in with cheetah, but I think we got some little knowledge that might shock you.
Well, the cheetah is the fastest land animal, which is probably why it's also, I think, one of the most silent land animals. They say for killing, it's real silent, but that's got to just be its sheer speed. Approaches
Well,
something.
that's also kind of like a feline thing. Feel in that sort of cat family because they've got actually. I don't know. Do cheetahs have like the little pads and
I believe so.
paws? Yeah. So yeah, because like tigers do as well, don't they?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't know if I've ever seen cheetahs take down everything. Like I want to say I've seen one hit a shark.
A shark.
I've definitely seen them hit crocodiles.
Oh yeah, I've seen one with like a croc in its mouth. Sort of thing.
Yeah, cheetahs will smash things. They're like
Um.
super fast. But
Yeah.
but their
But no, I
speed
think like the pads and shit is just that
keeps them
reduces
quiet.
their footsteps and all that.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of fast animals out there, but I don't even know when you look up the stats for them. I go first. First, we have to work out what we're talking about. Are we talking about size of the animal compared to the speed it moves? Because
Well,
otherwise, some have said that insects are actually the quickest animals
I
in the
I
world.
think when people are thinking about it, they're just really thinking about speed over a
The
certain
hourly
distance.
rate, yeah,
Or yeah, an hour. So yeah, how many k's it would go an
yeah,
hour?
I
Sort of
agree.
thing.
That's what I
Um,
think.
but
Otherwise,
as
you'd
we've
have
looked,
snakes and things which
yeah,
would
but
probably accelerate quicker, but
yeah,
only over a foot.
yeah, exactly. But I don't know, it is kind of deceptive in that because like, how long can a cheetah sprint for?
That's true, but not only that, how long? I mean, look, cheetahs are meant to be the fastest about 120 kilometers an hour. I
Yeah,
think that's about
but
it.
like, how long can it maintain that
That's
120
it.
k's?
I bet you it's not far. I
Yeah.
bet you it's like a couple of hundred meters.
Oh, I was just talking about like amount of time, but yeah, obviously that
Oh,
distance
I
aggregated
doubt it.
very fast.
I doubt any animal runs for an actual hour.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's actually kind of why, even with land animals and everything, and all of them being faster and whatnot, uh, how humans kind of got on top in the animal kingdom is because we don't run the fastest, but we can run the longest.
I-
And so we literally could just run after our prey until our prey gave up from exhaustion.
that's a very good point. I mean, you
Yeah.
see that stuff in the gym all the time, and people do run for long periods. I've seen
Yeah,
a
well,
thing
it's
where
also
people
because
run for 200
we can sweat
kilometers.
as well, is another thing. And, like, very few animals can actually sweat.
Well,
And that helps us replenish our stamina as we're running, though. Where other animals need to actually full on stop and pant to regain.
I always wonder who measures the animals as well, because when you look up animals, you get a speed for the animal. Whereas
It's
when you
probably
look up
David.
when you when you look up a human, you'll get a speed for a man and a woman, obviously, and these speeds are massively different. But I've tried running long distances before, and I try sprinting and stuff, and I'm short, and I'm not even going to hit the top women's speeds. And then you have people like Carl Lewis, who he sprints, and I think he sprints over 35 kilometers an hour. But they were saying if you measure him over a couple of meters at the end of that 100 meters, that he's actually moving at 42 kilometers an hour. Now, if you put that in a book and an alien was to look at it and they were to look at animal speeds, a human would be an animal just like everyone else. Well, fucking no one except for this one person is running 42 kilometers an hour. So is that what's going on with animals as well? Are we seeing speeds? Like, which animal are they recording?
No, you said, are we taking the best, the fastest of the species and doing that, or are we
Yes.
perhaps not taking the fastest of the species and getting someone that's only half good as running as their fastest runner could be?
Exactly.
And so
like,
maybe cheetahs could go to 180 k's, or maybe they're actually only as good as 40.
yeah, and we just don't know which one we're being chased by until it catches us. And even then, you still don't know because it's going to catch us.
Yeah. I don't know. They probably have to record a set number of them and then take like a number from that group, like the average from that group. I mean, but yeah, only fastest land when only the fastest one on land though. Like, what out competes it? Surely no fish are going faster than a cheetah.
I don't know. I don't know how fast fish move. I know that birds are a lot quicker. But look, I've just got in front of me the speed of a kangaroo. So this is the speed. They're claiming it's the ninth fastest land animal. It's 71 kilometers an hour. Well, I just think that can't be true. I've seen, like, I don't know which koala they're talking about. They're showing
Kangaroo.
which kangaroo? Yeah, it's not a koala. Which one they're talking about? But I've run with kangaroos down in South Australia, where the kangaroos were a little bit bigger than me, and I can run a lot quicker than those kangaroos. Now, I put that down to the fact that no animal's really hunting them. There's no need for them to move that quick. So all the animals in the region, none of the kangaroos move that fast. Where have they recorded a kangaroo running that fast? What were they chasing the kangaroo with? And how many weeks did they give it to build up the power to run that fast? Like, they're not really confirming what type of... They don't even really confirm what type of animals. It's just one of the kangaroo species.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's not the only animal. I think what we got on the list. I'm just going to check. I think we got a rabbit.
Well, if they like GPS tag a bunch of them, and then like made them run as a group, then yeah.
That
But
does
then-
make sense. That
Yeah.
would be a good idea.
Then like maybe they'd have to like dress up as a natural predator for them and chase them.
I know. Well, I had one of those
Yeah, but
moments
I don't-
where
I
I
don't know
pictured them
what they
sitting in
were.
blinds with
Blinds.
like hidden,
Yeah.
and instead of hunting the animal to shoot it, instead they've got a speed gun.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, your GPS is correct, and my speed gun might have been something that was done at some point, but it's probably not anymore.
Yeah.
It's probably
Well, they
an
might do
actual
both.
GPS. And yeah, when you were saying like the
'Cause,
overall,
man, everyone knows your GPS can fuck up.
yeah, it's like how far can the animals actually run? I think hares are a great example. A hare, it's beating a kangaroo on the list, but there's no way a hare can run for as long as a kangaroo's gonna hop. And they're saying a hare moves at 80 kilometers an hour. But here's what I know. In life, I have twice caught wild hares because they run very short distances, very fast, and they just give up. Eventually, they just give up.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
The humans running and shit.
Yeah, I chased one after a Super Bowl in Vegas, and I'd been drinking. I wasn't drunk, and I got my friend to pull over because I saw a hare running along the street, and I chased the hare, and eventually I caught the hare. And then, okay, I was drunk. I went door to door, and I kept asking people if they own this hare. But it was a wild hare. I just caught one and was trying to give it to people. Eventually, someone did take it, but my friend said that wasn't their pet. They're just going to barbecue it.
Yeah.
80 kilometers an hour. If it really ran that speed, that'd be good. But I guess intelligence has to be taken into account of whether you're going to run the speed.
Mm.
So I think we can probably say right now, rabbit's not going to make best animal.
God, no. Maybe they can reproduce the best, but I don't know. If we take bugs into that, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fish probably, they lay way more eggs. Although rabbits do not lay eggs. Jesus.
And there are ways for much smaller animals. Just thinking of hares still, and also thinking like birds are so much quicker. And I think
Well,
you've got
birds got the advantage of fucking gravity speeding them up.
they do. They're moving a few hundred,
9.8
couple of
meters a
hundred kilometers
second.
an hour.
Just fucking helps them out.
Yeah, but you still then see animals. I mean, this is why I should add this. I shouldn't have mocked the hare. Yes, I have caught a hare.
Sorry to all hares out there.
But I've seen this really good technique that is somehow there's this thing where all animals learn certain abilities without really ever. I'm trying to think how to explain this without realizing, like, they haven't learned it from another animal. It's just built in.
Yeah, instinct.
So a hawk. I think I've seen it done with a hawk, but I've seen birds like hawks try to take out hares. Now, in nearly every combat, the hawk will win for obvious reasons. It's had giant talons. It moves at 3 times the speed. All it's got to do is pick the hare up. But in a small percentage, the hare wins, and there is only one possible way for it to win. It has to be hopping up a hill. It starts hopping up the hill. It maintains its speed. When it knows the hawk is within something like 10 meters of it, it has to slam its brakes on. The hawk can't change direction in time. It gets confused by the hare stopping, and it breaks its legs.
Jesus.
Breaks its legs. You could see this on YouTube. This is
Fuck yeah.
This is a thing. Hares do take down hawks.
I know you showing me this afterwards. Straight after.
I will show
Fuck
you.
Yeah,
this.
that sounds awesome. Man, fuck. But that's like, I don't know. Talk about fast and everything, but yeah, sometimes it's not the biggest thing with mobility. It's like it's always good to be fast, but like I reckon what's the best animal being mobile, is another one. Because you got to think certain ones have certain advantages. Because I was watching a thing, and it was like hawks and shit don't do well in the jungle. Because, they've got a massive wingspan and can't get through the trees and whatnot. But that's why parrots thrive in there. Because they're a bit smaller, but they're also way better climbers. So a lot of the time, they don't really need their things. They can just jump from like a branch to a lower branch kind of thing. And then like use their wings to like direct them. But I also like just having that, what's the best kind of like, that's got like mastery of all terrain sort of thing. And that's why I think like a duck or like a goose is like a pretty solid animal in terms of mobility, because they've got water, land, and air.
I do like that. I do like both of them. When you mentioned the mobility, everything you just mentioned made me started to think about monkeys.
Yeah.
Whatever we look
at,
at, the speed of a monkey is not really the speed of a monkey. It's like looking up a human speed, but a monkey swings from vines. A monkey can... Therefore, the monkey moves at the speed that vine swings off of the length of the actual vine.
Yeah, but hang on. That's the monkey using something, though. That's
other animals, we're not stopping them from using stuff.
Yeah, but that's like, why don't we measure us in a fucking space rocket then?
Well, we do sometimes, but with animals, we always assume they're thrusting themselves.
But what is it recording the vine swinging speed?
No, they obviously
them running.
It must be them running.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anyone actually taking factors like that in. And the monkey, look, I know the monkey isn't on top at the moment, but if all humans were wiped out, I reckon monkeys would start using little boats and stuff. Ones that we've built. So they would also become sea creatures.
Like
seafaring
monkeys or
creatures.
chimps or apes? Like, are you talking about actual monkeys? Because, like,
look,
they're kind of clever. They can steal things.
I'm probably thinking about chimps.
I'm not sure. Yeah, but I reckon chimps might actually...
I've seen chimps cook scrambled eggs.
Yeah, they could actually learn basics and actually, like...
And they have the
use like,
thumbs.
tools as much as you can call like a stick a tool. Sort of thing. So yeah. It'd be funny if... Actually, no, there's that thing of that, another thing you can look up on YouTube. It's a thing of like in the Amazon or something, and it's a group of guys, and they give this chimp a rifle, and it just starts. They all go oh because it starts waving it around. They think it's all funny, and then the chimp squeezes the trigger and fires it in the dirt, and they go oh shit, and they all like jump up and like kind of get back a bit, and then it starts waving it around and shoot the trigger, and then yeah, they all just run off.
That is
I'm not sure if that's
no. It's
yeah,
real.
it-
What you're watching is real, but I think the story behind it isn't real.
I have no idea what the story is.
No, I've seen it too, and if you look it up, someone says it was a part of a promotional. It's a very interesting story. But even if you didn't know the story, the actual footage is hilarious of the chimp with the gun, and then it's like, it's firing.
Yeah.
That was really good. Good old YouTube.
Yeah. Fuck
And
yeah.
you know, all you have to do is type in "chimp is given gun."
Yeah.
That
That'll fucking pop right up on you.
that will do it. That will
Nice.
do it. See, so I mean, but I mean, I could look. Then I guess, yeah. How far can you go with what is the fastest animal? Because I mean, I guess we don't have cases of animals riding other animals.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if chimps rode cheetahs, would they also be considered to move at 120
That'd be pretty
k's?
cool. Man, it's probably some sort of African chimp African monkey you could train to ride a bloody cheetah.
I reckon if we googled it right now, I could find you a monkey on the back of a tiger.
On a tiger.
On the back of a tiger.
I think there's one where there's a dog on the back of a, like, I want to say like a pony? Or something?
Okay, I totally thought I was going to find a picture of one with a little hat. I assumed this was going to be in India, and I thought it was going to be a little monkey sitting on the back of a tiger that's wearing a little vest or whatever, and I thought it's going to be riding the tiger. Instead, I'm just looking at all these cute pictures of these tiny little monkeys, like those little forest monkeys just hugging tigers and stuff. This is fucking insane. This is like a Tiger King, but the tigers are run by monkeys. Oh, I'm also looking at one now where one has a stick and he looks like he's going to fight the tiger. Oh, this is great. We could talk about animals. Animals for I don't know, hours. Woo!
Like you said it to me earlier, about, the bugs accelerated at like 120 k's, they'd get, less, they wouldn't get as far as something else that, like any animal that's bigger than them that would accelerate at 120 k's, even though they are doing the same speed.
Well, no. What's actually happening is, so the bugs are actually accelerating. They are going a lot slower. It's just that it's the length of the animals. So the argument is, if there's, and there are lists of this, is if a bug is only traveling 1.2 kilometers an hour, and the cheetah is 120 kilometers an hour, you think, well, that's 100 times faster. But they're saying if the cheetah is more than 100 times as long as the bug, then the bug is actually the quickest.
Oh, okay.
But still, the cheetah definitely is the fastest, just at any given moment in time. Wow, as soon as I said that, that actually means no, the acceleration ones are the fastest at any given moment in time. Even though a snake can only move for like a foot, it might be considered faster. Wow, you know what? I'm just glad that I've never chose to like an animal based off the speed that animal travels.
Yeah,
making this an incredibly redundant
So it's the
argument when talking about the animal you like the most.
It's the acceleration of the animal.
Acceleration is
That
very
really
important, but
determines
I'm not going to...
speed.
It depends.
But it's the acceleration and the max speed that acceleration gets into. So is it... What should we determine? It's like how fast that animal can reach its max speed and what that max speed is. So we should have what's the fastest max speed and what's the fastest acceleration.
Yes. But you made a good point that you need to know how long something can run, or what does it matter? If
Yeah.
something can run at 200 kilometers an hour and it can only do that for 5 meters and I'm 10 meters away, then it can't do shit to me.
Yeah, well, that's exactly
on
like
paper, though,
a snake sort of thing. It can accelerate and reach only that length really quickly, but if you're like standing 3 meters away from a snake, it's just
Yeah,
like okay.
and that's not all snakes. That's some snakes move forward by slithering, so they move pretty slow. The ones that have the high acceleration are the ones like cobras.
Yeah,
Now,
I was
this
about to
is
say, are they the more venomous ones?
no. The reason they are venomous, but the reason people mess with cobras in India and stuff. You ever seen them playing the flutes and cobras come out of baskets? It's because cobras can't launch their body forward.
Yeah, I gotta ask, cobras or cobras?
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 I would have said cobra before, but now I'm saying cobra, like Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Show no weakness.
I just wanted to address that for all at home that were wondering.
Is he sure it's not cobras? Cobra?
I've never
my
heard
God.
anyone else say
Cobra.
cobra. Reminds me of my fucking old principal used to say broccoli.
Cobra? You know what? As I'm saying, I'm like, yeah, it's probably it's cobra. Cobra. Cobra virus. But cobras can't launch forward. So some snakes can launch forward, and then some snakes lift their head up, and then they basically are just slamming their head into the ground really fast.
No, okay.
Whereas other ones lift their head up
Metal.
and they throw their heads forward. Which those would be the ones that have the really good speed, because they're actually using their body to launch their own body forward.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That means you
like-
gotta have the strength to, complete. Although I say then we all can basically jump, which is doing exactly that.
So I guess in our talks about animals, fastest doesn't really matter. I can imagine picking a bird, because maybe a bird would be fucking cool, but we couldn't do birds now because it would have just been like they're all fucking really fucking fast, and I'm not going to believe their speeds at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, cheetah, I guess a cheetah's a cool animal. Do I want it living near me? Do I want it as a pet? Fuck no.
No.
Keep it somewhere else.
Yeah, no, it can stay in Africa. That's fine.
So, I don't know. I do like kangaroos. They're nice.
You can have one as a pet.
Shaman Packer. Is it Packer? Or is it Packer?
No, Mr. Old Cobber. It's Packer. You've been saying it correctly.
What's your favourite fast animal?
I think like a falcon or something's pretty cool. They're pretty fast. They just swoop in on shit. I don't really like any of the real fast animals by the turns out of it. I guess the cheetah's the best. Kangaroo's pretty cool. Tiger's also up there.
Yeah.
So yeah. But what the fuck? Springboks? What the fuck's a springboks?
Okay, you wanna...
Yeah, we'll wrap up there. Then we'll conclude chapter 1 of Best Animals. Maybe tune in a week or two and we'll do chapter 2. Maybe something about them fighting, or how much they master their own environment, or shit like that.
Which ones star the most in porn movies?
Oh, we already know that's the octopus, so thanks, Japan.
Why you gotta be censoring your octopus tentacles? That makes no sense.
No. They don't censor their octopus tentacles because that's why they have them, because they have to censor... By their laws, they have to censor the private parts of a man and a woman, but they don't have to censor tentacles. So that's the only way they can show some sort of uncensored penetration.
I'm already showing my ignorance in animals. How did I not know that?
God damn. Alright, and with that, we're off. We'll catch you next week.
Chief Blitz freak out.
Pack her out. Woo!
Woo, 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 woo.